Hello everyone, welcome once again to our channel. Now in this video I am going to give you some useful results from chapter 1. The first one is about 1 1 and onto function. If you have number of elements in a set A which is equal to m and number of elements in a set B is equal to n. Now here both A and B are finite sets. Okay. Now the first condition is if you have m less than or equal to n, then in that case total number of 1 1 functions, that is from A to B, is given by this formula, that is n choose m into m factorial. जब इसको solve करेंगे you will get n factorial upon n minus m factorial. Now in the second part you have if m is greater than n, then there is no 1 1 function possible. Okay, so you have to remember these 2 points. Then for that is for m less than or equal to n, you have these many 1 1 functions, and if you have m greater than n, there is no 1 1 function. Now let's take one example to understand this better. If you have number of elements in A as 3 and number of elements in B as 4, so you have to find how many 1 1 functions are there. So in that case you have, now as you can see here, your m is less than n. Okay, so number of functions become 4 factorial upon 4 minus 3 factorial, so that is equal to 4 factorial, and 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24. So number of 1 1 function is 24. Now let's take for onto. Okay, now let's take it for onto. Again, if you have number of elements in a set A is equal to m and number of elements in the set B is equal to n. Now here the first case is m is greater than equal to n. In that case total number of onto functions from A to B, that is given by summation k from 0 to n minus 1 raised to k nck n minus 1 raised to n minus k raised to m. So this is a formula for onto function. And in case of m less than n, there is no onto function possible. So it is just the reverse of that 1 1 function. Okay, in this case you have to take m greater than equal to n for this formula, and if you have m less than n, okay, the first number of elements in the first set, if it is less than the number of elements in the second set, then there is no onto function possible. Now let's understand this by one example. If you have number of elements in a set A is 3 and number of elements in the set B is 2, then number of onto functions from A to B, that is given by, let's see the solution of this. As you can see here that m, the first set is having 3 elements and the second set is having 2 elements. So you count k, that is from 0 to n. Now here n is your 2, so 0 1 2. Okay, so in summation we will get 3 terms. One is for 0, one is for 1, and the last one is for 2. So we will put the value of k and n in this formula. The formula is again the same, summation k from 0 to n minus 1 raised to k into nck into n minus k raised to m. So when you put all these terms, you will get this. Now after simplifying this, you will get c2 0. Okay, that term is 1. 2 minus 0 raised to 3, that is 8. So again the second term, third term, you have to simplify like this. So you will get 8 minus 2. Ultimately you will get the answer as 6. So there are 6 onto functions from the set A to B. Okay, the last two results are now without any restriction. Okay, just you have to find the number of functions from the set A to B. So that is going to be n raised to m. Now it is not about 1 1 and onto, it is just about the functions. How many functions are there from a set A to B? Okay, that you can define is n raised to m. Now for bijection, you have 2 sets that must have equal number of elements. Okay, so for bijection we need equal sets. The set should have equal number of elements, and if you don't have these 2 sets, then no bijection is possible. Okay, so these results are very helpful while doing MCQs and 1 mark problems. Okay, now this is about reflexive, symmetric and transitive relations. If you have to find a number of reflexive relation on a set A with n elements, the formula is 2 raised to n in bracket n minus 1. And if you have to find number of symmetric relations on a set A with n elements, then you have 2 raised to n in bracket n plus 1 upon 2. And you should know that there is no direct formula for calculating transitive relation. So you have to calculate the, you have to find the transitive relation by the method.